Welcome back to another episode of Youth in the Pen. Joined today just with Frank. There's not too much to talk about, so I thought there's not much point in getting a guest. We'll have a little quick one just to keep people in the loop of the short amount of games that we've got. But obviously, January weather, it's a bit inevitable that some games are going to be called off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of them months, isn't it, mate? It's gonna English weather and it. And these
Yeah.
pitches, they don't hold up very often. So yeah, about as many get played as get called off, I think.
Yeah, literally, that is exactly it. So normally I'd have six results or fixtures to talk about, and we've got three today. So two of them are the ladies' games, but we'll get onto that in a second. Last week we only had one result, and it was a big win actually for the women. That was on Sunday. They played away to Hutton. Now Hutton are third, I believe, third or fourth, because the top four is us, Lee United, Hutton, and Grays. That will be the top four by the end of the season as well, 100%. Because from what I've seen before coming away, or even on the VO since I've been away, technically and results wise, we're the best four teams in the league, I think. So, great result against them away from home. Um, and yeah, it was a bit of a authority stamp. 1 point behind Lee in second now. And yeah, one result goes our way and top of the league. Hopefully run over there. You never know.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, if they're gonna win it, it's gonna have to be against the teams that are around them, innit? Because they're not gonna drop many points, like you said, in top four. Doesn't seem like they're gonna drop many points
No.
against anyone that's beat each other, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, definitely.
they're
So
they're the big ones.
yeah, 100%. We'll get onto the fixtures in a little bit, but they haven't got one this week or for a couple of weeks. But the key dates that I've seen so far, it's about 5 or 6 weeks time. So the Lee are playing against Grays on the 8th of March. And then we're playing against Lee the week after on the 15th. So there's two huge weeks in a row. And I think that could be the crunch time because then you only got three or four fixtures after that. Um, but yeah, no, it'll be good. Hopefully, but we won't even be top by the time we play 11 games. But if not, that will be a huge couple of weeks to start turning things around. But yeah, credit to the girls every week. They just don't seem phased whatsoever. It's crazy. It's their first season. Obviously, they've been together as a team many more years than they've played for us. But yeah, it's a breath of fresh air from my perspective. Anyway, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And Victoria just doing what she does, isn't she? Scoring again.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
When you've got
It's
a goal
actually
scorer like that,
ridiculous.
it makes the day a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it's nuts. I think she's like 5 or 6 goals clear at the top of the league.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
scored
that just
something.
makes life a
She
lot easier.
scored like 25 goals or something in like
Yeah,
13, 14 games. It's nuts. But yeah, it's always nice to have. So yeah, one game last week, one win. Can't complain. Unbeaten,
no,
unbeaten weekend. Obviously way
take
less
that.
games than we thought, but yeah, one game, one win. Can't complain at all. Obviously we haven't got any more results to talk about. So, for anyone that doesn't know or doesn't read the captions of the videos when they get uploaded, this is the 50th episode of Youth in the Pen. So, I didn't do it from the start, but I remember, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Frank, but the first episode was with Jono on the balcony in Mallorca with his big
Yeah,
flowery shirt on.
yeah, yeah.
It
Was
was
that
on
the
there as
first one?
well.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was, but
Could be. Yeah,
it's come a long way since then, hasn't it? The
yeah, it
podcast and
definitely
the
has,
club.
mate. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think we were trying to talk about anything but the football in last season, weren't we?
Oh,
Trying to find anything to talk about
ridiculous.
sometimes, but no, yeah, this year it's a darn sight different. But no, I've enjoyed it. It's been really enjoyable. The journey last season was, I think, I say, despite the fact the results weren't as good as this season, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved coming on after a loss and,
Yeah,
sort of picking the bones out of it and a win. So I think that's the beauty of this podcast. I think win or lose, you can pick the bones out of it, can't you? Either way.
yeah, definitely. I don't think anyone shies away from talking about a bad result because
No,
it's football. You just got to get
that's
on with
it.
it. But yeah, no, it's especially from someone. Don't get me wrong, Frank. You've been here from the start, but especially someone from the committee, from my perspective, anyway. How just from that first meeting, sat around Jack's dining room table. It's like
Mm,
we've built a monster. It's a joke. Like we've got
yeah,
8 teams in 18 months. It's ridiculous. Obviously, next season, moving across to Rookery Hill to enable us to move further as a first team. And I think there might be, I don't know for certain, but there was a little bit of small talk about different scenarios about youth teams for next year as well. So you never know. We might even have more than 8 teams next year, which would be ridiculous again. So yeah, we shall see. But it's almost unbelievable, isn't it? You think about it, and you go from losing your first 6 games, whatever it was in a row,
Yeah,
and then we won one, then we lost another two, I think it was, or another one. You have one win in like we get 3 points out of 21 games, or however many it was, 24, 24 points, sorry, possible in 8 games. It's
yeah,
like now we're sitting second in the league with 2 senior teams. Reserve team has put 8 or 9 players up to the first team this year, and we've got 5 youth
yeah,
teams.
yeah,
It's like it's actually mind blowing, even
yeah.
to
It
think
really
about it.
is. Yeah, when it all first started, like I say, I don't think even you guys who know non-league better than me, I don't think even you guys could have envisioned this. If you know what I mean, it would
No.
be here already. I mean, this is
Especially not this
sort of
quickly.
trajectory. Yeah, this is the trajectory you get when you've got someone like KPR have done it kind of thing. The
Mm.
team that went up last year, they got obviously a bit of money and they can throw money about it, multiple promotions, and they are where they are. We don't really have that. It's just been sort of organisation, community spirit, and things like that have
Yeah.
made up for the lack of funds as such. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And you say community spirit, and I've said it a ridiculous amount of times, and Jono's said it. The the crazy thing about the football club is that community is before the football club in the name. Fact. So our
Mm,
goal is to help the community with football, get kids involved who might not get opportunities or fees might be higher elsewhere, and we're getting them out off the streets on a Sunday morning or thinking I've got to go to bed early on a Saturday night because I've got a game tomorrow. It's helping out with little things like that. And yeah, until you see it happening or you see the fact that we've got mascots at pretty much every home game now, for me,
mm.
that's a nice little touch that you then go, yeah, we're starting to influence some people. So yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't
Definitely is, mate. It definitely is. Yeah,
it? Good to be a
50
part of.
podcasts and hopefully plenty more to go, mate.
Yeah, well, you never know. Might get to 50, might get to 100, 200. See how long the club goes, eh?
That's
Carry
it, mate.
on.
You might get poached. You might get poached by a different podcast, mate. The way you're going.
I won't go that far. Well, I had a cricket one early on as well. I've done 3 this week, I think, but no, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Good.
But yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I think we all took it over because of how much we love the last club. And I think where we are now on the committee side, especially just saying from my point of view, you feel, although I had so much more football memories with that club, I feel this one feels more personal,
Mm.
without
Yeah, of
doubt,
course.
because we've set it up, we've set the foundations, and yeah, it's like our weird little baby. It's kind of strange. But yeah,
Yes.
it's
It's
working
a
now.
relationship. It's a relationship with the players. There's with this club. There isn't an us and them, is there? There's no, no players on the pitch, and they might say hello or whatever. They're one of the boys like the rest of us, aren't they? Really, they all come in the bar after the game and
Yeah,
shake your hand as they're walking through, and that no one's thinking they're anything special, and it's lovely. Even like I say, the better players that we have, all just the same as the rest of the lads, aren't they?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. The club's booming, and yeah, long may it continue. Plenty more episodes and plenty more fighting for titles, hopefully. Um,
Yes.
so that's the landmark episode and recap the club a little bit. Moving on to the last week, we didn't have a men's first team game. However, some very good news on some individual players in the first team. So for anyone that didn't see, we had 5 players represent us in 2 separate games in the Essex and Suffolk Border League representative side. Um, Now, what an achievement that is. We've got
Yeah.
we had 5 of, I think, the squad of 15 or 16. We've got a third of the club, the league representative teams. pretty solid, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of them started, didn't they?
Yeah, so I think three started on Tuesday, just gone, or Wednesday,
Hmm.
the game was, and then the week before, I think pretty much all of them started, or at least three or four again. So yeah, obviously that anyone,
Barnsley got a goal in the first one, didn't he?
yeah, he got on the other night as well.
Oh, did he? Right, brilliant.
Yeah, I heard the one the other night was a little bit luckier, I believe, a little deflection, but
Mhm.
a goal's a goal. But
Yeah.
Tom Barnacle also got assists in both games, I believe. So I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe, yeah, both of those boys were involved in a goal in each. And obviously, you've then got, as I say, we had Ross, Tom, Zach, I believe, played both 90 minutes, or at least played 90 minutes in the first and started the second. You then had Bobby, who started both games. And Princey, I don't know about the first game, but I know for a fact that he took the armband on Tuesday night or Wednesday, again, whenever it was.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think he was at the first game, if I remember rightly, but I think he's, yeah, definitely the
oh yeah, because
second.
he
Yeah.
was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Again, if I'm wrong, please correct me because I couldn't watch it from over here, so I'm just going off what other people are telling me. So, but no, it's a great achievement, and even little things like obviously we've got boys playing it, we've got boys starting, but for our club captain to captain the league representative team. It's pretty impressive. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I think they were supposed to have a game tomorrow. However, I have learnt we're putting out a social media post today. I've learnt that that game has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch because they were due to play it on a turf pitch. However, I thought they would play it on an AstroTurf, but yeah, that's the
Mhm.
decision. So unfortunately, they're not going to play this week. I don't know if that game will be rescheduled for a midweek or a Saturday. But yeah, I'm sure those boys will be back in and supporting the Rocks in the league side. So yeah, it's all good news and just shows again how far it's grown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a massive achievement, isn't it? You know, second season in, and five of your players are playing for the sort of 11, or sorry, the best squad in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not a bad start, is it really?
no, it's
It
pretty
just
good.
goes to show, like I say, the local community, like I say, the local community does produce some fantastic players. So obviously, youth football, you know, even before our little club, youth football is obviously very good around here because we haven't gone very far afield for our players. They all live in the local area, and look at the job they're doing already. So youth
Yeah.
football in our community is obviously quite high level anyway.
Yeah, and obviously we're talking about youth football, and obviously Princey's been around the game, he knows it. But
Mm.
taking him out of those five players, the other four are 24 or younger,
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and they're all
yeah.
playing league representative football. It's yeah, you've got Barnsley, who will be the oldest out of the rest of them, I believe, and then Zach, Tommy's 18, and then Zach and Bobby, I believe, are around 20 odd, something like that. So
Mm.
yeah, the levels that we're showing, that they're showing, is yeah, it's pretty impressive. So that's nice to see. So we was going to have a game tomorrow, or they was going to have a game tomorrow, but that won't be the case. Should we get onto the fixtures for this weekend?
Let's go, mate.
So, obviously, with the weather not being great, I haven't heard any news yet about the reserve game. That may still go ahead, I believe. As I say, I haven't heard that it's off, so we'll assume that it is, and we'll have a quick chat about it. Assume that it's on, sorry, and we'll have a quick chat about it. So they are away to Rochford. Now, the first time that we played against them, it was very tight. I don't know if you remember this one, Frank. It was 4-3 at home. I think
Right.
we may have been leading at half time,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
come back and nicked it.
yeah.
So I think the boys will be very hopeful for a result. We have got a few boys from the first team that have either missed a couple of games or want to get some more minutes under their belt just to stay fresh. So that will be a slightly stronger reserve team. We haven't obviously we thought five of our best as the league thought our better players would be in the representative game. So we haven't just sent our first team there, which some clubs would do, of course. But there are a few players that have played enough first team football just to help them out. So I think Jim will be positive for a result, and I believe Covo and Kev will be there because they obviously spoke to Jim about having some players get some minutes. So that'd be good for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be good. Like you say, don't want to send you, you know, the rest of the first team because like we don't want to undermine the players that are trying their best every
Mm.
week for the reserves, and showing up and doing what they're doing. They've got to continue to learn and they've got to continue to play. So that's important. But if we can mix in some first teamers,
Yeah.
that again that'll benefit the first team. We won't get many minutes, and
Mhm.
hopefully show the younger lads at the reserves a little bit more quality and leadership. Then yeah, it can only help them, can't it? Really.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we get a little bit change in fortunes for them.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And I think even just like we spoke about just a second ago, that game against them last time, if they're leading at half time now with a mixing of a bit more experience, a high level experience, I'd be more disappointed if we lost that tomorrow than
Yeah,
than
yeah, definitely.
before. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's just that little bit of nous, that little bit of match awareness. Hopefully that edge can be brought on and yeah, get 3 points, arguably like we could have against them last time. Um,
yeah,
so that's Saturday. Obviously, the men's first team pretty much hasn't seen didn't have a game because of the representative game. So there's no games whatsoever in the Essex and Suffolk Border League, I believe, or at least in the Premier. Um, so just the reserves and the ladies. So the reserves all sorted away to Rochford. The address will be on the social medias. And then also on Sunday, the ladies are away to Brett Vale. Now, obviously, you don't want to be too confident. However, when we played them last time, it was the first of our three 10-0 wins. So you'd hope to get another comfortable win on the board. I had
yeah.
a look, and um, Lee United are playing in the Cup, I believe, this week. So if we get a win on Sunday, we will go top. Obviously, they'd have a
All
game
right.
in hand, but
Yeah, yeah,
points on the board, I believe. And
yeah.
as I say, with that fixture coming up in 4 or 5 weeks' time, that then makes it very interesting. So, yeah, hopefully the girls can get 3 points on the board, jump to the top, and you never know if they get knocked out in the cup, they might have a little wobble, and hopefully we can pounce on that next week. And 'cause I think they might have two back-to-back cup games, I believe,
Hmm.
when I checked. So if we can get, I think we've got a cup game the week after next. So we'd have two league games, then a cup game. So we might be able to go 2 wins clear, which would be nice, or 5 points clear with being one behind. So yeah, it could be a nice week or a couple of weeks if the girls can get a couple of back-to-back wins and carry in the form. As I say, you don't want to be too confident, but if you beat a team that comfortably last time, you'd at least hope to get a result. It doesn't matter how many goals you score, just the result is all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you say, there's two leagues in there in that division, really. So
Yeah.
it brings its own pressures when you play against a team outside of it because obviously you're expected to win. I'm sure all the girls are expecting 3 points there, but that's often where it all goes wrong, and where the teams around them are not going to drop many points unless they're playing one another. Yeah, we can't really afford to drop the points. So yeah, they just got to stay focused and get the 3 points on the board.
Yeah.
You'd rather points than games in hand, wouldn't you? So
Yeah.
that's what we need.
Yeah, 100%. Points on the board are secured points already. Games in hand, anything can happen. So, yeah, couldn't agree more. So that's the results done. A little bit about how the club's moved and since the first episode way back when, and then also the fixtures for this week. Anything else from you?
No, mate. No, 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 no. Just good luck to all the teams that hopefully they're all on and hopefully they enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. So as I say, reserves away to Rochford, women away to Brett Vale on Sunday. Obviously, if we get some committee members there and they can take the VO, fingers crossed both games will be on that if you can't get down to them. And then you can watch them from there. I'm certainly hoping that someone puts up a camera at both of them because then I can give them a watch. But if not, we'll keep up to date as much as we can on the social media and yeah, follow from there. And hopefully we'll be back next week reporting 6 points. That'd be pretty good.
That'd be lovely, mate.
Fantastic. All right, I'll let you go, Frank. 50th
See you later,
episode,
mate.
all done. Well done.
That's it.
And here's
Yeah,
to many
that's
more, eh?
exactly, mate.
Top man.
Exactly.
Cheers.
Take care.